Madden 18. I might want to get Madden 20 for Christmas. If what I'm worried about doesn't happen, actually. But I'm waiting for that. I am feeling better right now. I made myself feel better about this. I need to stop worrying. Just that if it happens, it sucks. But week 8 in the NFL. About halfway through the season now. Got playoffs in a little bit. I am 6-0. I'm about to go against the Chicago Bears, 3-4. Last time y'all saw me, I was 5-0. I played another game last night before I went to bed. I have time for a game tonight. Because I gotta call my girlfriend later. And I gotta do dishes, but I may stream later on tonight. I don't know. This is gonna be a little stream. I'm gonna play a game and maybe be done, depending on what time and how long the game lasts. Let's look at the league right now. So right now we are number 1 in NFC South, 6-0, perfect, undefeated so far. Falcons is 1-4. They lost 1 and they had a 1 tie. And then the Panthers are 2-5. Buccaneers are 1-5 and 2-1. So it sucks. The week before I just had the game was the game that I didn't play on stream. I played against the Packers. I won 30-6. The last play was actually the Packers' last play. They got a touchdown. I shut them out all game until their final run when they went down the field and got a touchdown. They actually got us right there. Our defense is still number 1 because they barely got any yards. And they did get a touchdown. They have 6 points, but the extra point I actually blocked the field goal and ran it back for a touchback. So instead of 28-7, it was 30-6. So we got a really good block right there that ended the game. But yeah, let's get to the game. Right now we're 86 and the Bears are 84. And they have a record of 3-4. They've lost more games than 1. So they may pick it up. I don't know. But right now we're number 1 in NFL. I think, actually, I don't know. I think there's another undefeated team in another thing. Because you got the NFC and the AFC, I think. That last game, though, all of our touchdowns were runs. So Adrian Peterson was the only one getting touchdowns because I didn't want to throw the ball in there. I just ran it. But 0 interceptions, 300 yards total offense. It's easy. Rush for 10 yards. That's really easy. I can do that. Cleaner, catch 1 touchdown pass, 300 yards total offense. That's easy. 0 fumbles. That's easy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good rushing offense. The Saints lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Bears, who will need to be stout up front.
Ooh, they let
With
a
that,
lot of
let's
yards.
welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The reason why we're so low in red zone stats because we're not letting them there.
10 Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second overall pick in last April's draft from North Carolina, the former Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
We see this offense, and we see Jeremy Langford, certainly a guy to watch in this game.
He plays the game with great determination, Brandon. In college, he played multiple positions before settling in at running back. He made the right choice.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
2 sacks.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As his first punt,
he's kicking deep inside there. Holy shit.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Ginn. He won't go down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led him to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So they're operating in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now Brees. This is close.
Damn.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Is he hurt? He's hurt.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
That pisses me off how light cleaner. God damn it.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson.
Oh my God, dude. What were you tripping on?
And it helps him pick up the 1st. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort.
I'm tripping my own guy. But I don't know how he flipped right there. He freaking flipped. Oh my God, look. Whee! I suck at tripping in people though, man. That's what I suck at.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. The Saints have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's
It could have been like 3 plays, but
run by Adrian Peterson.
didn't get in. Will return soon. Okay, well, let's sub him. He was hurt, so you stay out for the rest of the game. Don't want anyone hurt. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. Actually, it does.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that.
He's still going to punt it from the end zone again.
Still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Here's Ginn. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Don't do that.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And that will come the offense as they take over. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. Matt Ryan, an early touchdown pass in that one. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Here's Breeze. That is caught. right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 7-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, it's Breeze.
I didn't know who to throw it to.
That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
I just didn't know who to throw it to.
Now Breeze throwing on second down.
I feel way too late.
Right around the 8. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
He got hit.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
I think their offense only has negative yards right now.
Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And not a whole lot doing there. So get it up to about the 28-yard line.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
See, I didn't know where I was, actually.
Pick up there at 22.
And I noticed that I dove.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And then the last 2 possessions ended up in touchdowns.
They'll throw on first down.
Why?
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Don't fucking dive.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
If I get the ball back in a good time, might run it downfield to make another touchdown, or even maybe a field goal.
Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Here's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Bart puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
An update from a game going on over in Tampa. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton leading the way offensively. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come later tonight. It's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago? Those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds.
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Jordan Howard and the Bears offense making their way back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse.
I knew your route, and I threw it when I thought.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Here's Trubisky to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I come from the water.
Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard.
Why is our defense not covering people?
The 28. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
These back-to-back catches here out of the backfield.
Dude, why is everybody getting hurt right now?
Downfield in a later sequence, right?
That's the second one this game.
Starts to draw the defense closer to the line of
bruised
scrimmage.
ribs, that's
to your point. Show this swing pass,
a couple weeks.
show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an
Most
NFL
likely
quarterback
going to
possess,
throw
what
it.
do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Defense really is letting off right now.
Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Now Trubisky lost the football. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining.
That was a big hit. Oh my God. I wish we can actually recover fumbles.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 16 in the red zone.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any
blitz
passing offense
again
nowadays.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception and come away empty.
I also threw an interception also.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start the drive with Peterson. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Saints are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Bears just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's roll those highlights. Midway through the first quarter, Peterson's going to stay inside after the handoff, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. As they get out to a 7-0 lead, we go to the second. Breeze going to find his mark, and this play goes for a score. As they move out in front, 14-0. Bears on 2nd and 7. It's Mitchell Trubisky finding Zach Miller, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Bears would later kick the field goal. Offense on the field now after the INT. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Vaccaro's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 97 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz to try to add the PAT.
Bang. Kickoff, return for a touchdown.
And quite a bit of razzle-dazzle and electricity on that return. It goes for 97 yards. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. First chance for the backup here to throw. Glennon hit. He loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Yep.
Breeze will try again on second down. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one.
I didn't see him right there.
He's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Damn it.
Don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And pressure coming, and they
I
got
always
it once
jump
again.
because I can't see where my man is.
In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Completion left side to Miller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson.
Like me, I'm not even trying to juke it. He just does it.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, Peterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd down following the run. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Looks like they're establishing a pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. first down. Breeze. He gets away from one. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to them here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score, and really pouring it on now with the Falcons. Devontae Freeman, fantastic on the ground, up over 170 yards now with a couple of touchdowns added on.
Oh, yeah.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get it to go.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
You can't really convert that. It's hard to convert 17 yards like that, man.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nifty footwork at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn.
I fucking
That
hate
throw good
how
for 4.
you trip.
2nd down.
They fucking trip. It's really annoying.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson.
Damn it.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run, Peterson, and able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. They run again with Peterson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Yeah.
And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal.
I'm fucking doing
sack,
it.
It could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
You can start to sneeze if I can.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
I can't go for it. It's way too long now.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. Time for a break. This one
Got
all
to get
over but the
this.
shouting. We'll finish it after this.
God damn it, man. 2 sacks.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead in the 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. 3rd down here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
We're getting out.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16.
You really didn't.
Big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Brees going to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, able to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brees. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back...
He was wide open, I would have had it.
If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
He was wide open, and I didn't get that.
Brees to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Damn it, Drew.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Here we go. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy game.
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Wow, he ran past him. Ah, damn it.
Here's Connor Barth.
Let's see if I can get this block right here.
And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and
I thought they were gonna like onside it.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, good move. Gets past one man. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I don't want to. Didn't mean to take a timeout.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gunn alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going.
I'm gonna do a Hail Mary, and if it doesn't work, then
Breeze is looking to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And Charles, I think when the
3
schedule
interceptions,
comes out,
though.
all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New Orleans, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
Yeah,
The Saints are winners
takeaways.
here as we say so long from New Orleans.
What's up, kitty? What you doing, kitty? I always gotta take time to do this too, and it always takes a little bit. Fuck you. You're not gonna be playing after this season, though. Kikaha. I like Kikaha. Kikaha is really good. I'm gonna do tackle, I guess. Lattimore is good too. Josh Hill, he doesn't really play much, but why did I even put blocker? Vision's really good too. You would need a good vision. Is that QB? Just that, I guess. Tio. Banjo Kazooie. You. Alright, so we're 7-0 now. Yay! Let's advance to the week. Next week. It is 7:37, so I don't have enough time really. Saints are just a bad offensive unit. Yeah, it's not really bad. I mean, it's not really good, I mean. I want you, though. What do you say? Okay, so the bonus could be better. Okay, well. The bonus is 120 billion. Well, that much then. bruh. I mean, what's your Wavy? What is your PlayStation? We can play if you want to. I'm not playing Fortnite really. Is that you? I saw. Yeah, we could play some later. I play. I don't really play Fortnite much, really. I'm about to get off in a second, but I'll be on in like 2 hours from now, maybe. And I'll be on tomorrow too. But yeah, we can play. Alright. I add you back in a bit too. I'll add you back after I finish doing this. So that's it. Okay. Yeah, we can play. I'll go scout players later. Yeah, if you like my stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. And hit that bell if you want to. May stream later on. I don't know if I'll stream tonight. More. I'll stream tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, you have a good day.